Hi, I'm Dan Aubuchon, and welcome back to the Joy of Tennis Teaching. We're out here at the JW Marriott Desert Springs in beautiful Palm Desert, California, and I just finished a couple of hours of really fun and exhilarating time on court. We have a special guest with us today, the president of the International Blind and Visually Impaired Tennis Association, Samir Mahir. And Samir did a come and try it with some visually impaired people, a blind gentleman, some people who just wanted to learn and help, and most importantly, some coaches that he was able to expose the sport to and teach us the basics of how to teach. And this is going to become a program that I'm going to continue doing. So with that introduction, let me turn it over to Samir. Samir, welcome, my friend.
Thank you.
And please tell us about blind and visually impaired.
Sure. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. Blind tennis actually started a long time ago. It was founded by a gentleman from Japan called Mio Shitake in 1984. And it's been around for over 40 years. The International Blind Tennis Association, the mission is to really grow and promote the game worldwide. And when I heard about you trying to launch your program here, I was very excited and I was willing to help as much as I can. We live in the same state of California, so it's been a pleasure to be here. And the IBTA really, its goal is to support a program like you, introduce you to also the national governing body like USBTA, and try to work and cooperate together to get more people involved in our adaptive sport. So the sport really has been growing pretty fast in the last, I would say, 3 to 5 years, especially after COVID pandemic. We had about 17 countries that were a member association of the IBTA. Now, as of just last month, we're over 30 countries, which is great. Having a program like this in Palm Desert, Indian Wells, to me, makes a lot of sense. You have people, very, very skilled, competent coaches already with PBI, Peter Burwash International, and I think the fact that they're willing to learn about adaptive tennis is amazing. You already have existing program with wheelchair. You want to add also your blind tennis program. I think kudos to you and your team, and we're looking forward to working with you.
Well, thank you very much, Samir. One of the things that Samir and I were talking about is this growth, the number of new countries coming in. So for those of you listening internationally, I told Samir that more than half of my audience and subscribers are outside the United States. So Onks Matong in Botswana, please send me a message, call me up again. Let's see if we can get blind tennis in Botswana. Any of you anywhere, we would love to do what we can to assist in spreading this sport, because I can tell you we did a great job with these people, able-bodied people wearing blindfolds, fully multi-handicapped man who's an amputee and almost completely blind, myself almost completely blind and in a wheelchair, and Samir handled the class beautifully. Listen, observe, teach. You've heard me do many shows on that concept. Samir exhibited that all the way, explaining to us how to deal with blind people and how to make them feel what was going on. Not worrying about giving them a lot of instructions. See what they can do first before you teach. So it was just a thrilling thing, and most of all, it was a lot of fun.
Well, great. Again, it's been a pleasure being here with you, Dan. Again, for people who are interested in the sport, go to the official website of the IBTA, International Blind Tennis Association. It's internationalblindtennis.org. Again, it's internationalblindtennis.org. For the countries that you mentioned, you have contacts all over the world. Dan, you're welcome to look at the website, contact Dan directly, or go to there's an online form to connect with us, or send email at info@internationalblindtennis.org. Again, we're here to promote the sport, grow the sport, and actually work together with people like Dan and his team. So it's a pleasure for us to be here as well.
So thanks very much, and go out there and be joyful, whether you can see or not.